What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and it's time to look at our Heisman race after Week 7 of the college football season. And this has got to be the tightest race that I can remember. There is just really no separation. And I'm going to do the list a little bit different this week. I actually got 16 guys, and I think all 16 of these still have a chance to win it. Still a long ways to go, I realize that, but it's strange that there are really no clear front runners right now. But let's go ahead first and look at last week's picks, or last week's rankings that I had on here, the top 10. Bryce Love out at number 1. Luke Falk at number 2. He's going to take a big drop this week after a poor performance against Cal. So that's what we had last week. And now, moving ahead to this week, I'm going to break it down into two sections. And again, it's really hard for me to have any separation in these teams. All right, so I've got at 16, Luke Falk still hanging around. We'll see what he can do the rest of the way. Josh Adams in Notre Dame had a bye week, so he has dropped a little bit in some of the rankings. David Sills, West Virginia, a touchdown machine. Stephen Ishmael of Syracuse made a big name for himself on a big stage in that upset over Clemson. I think you look at receivers, both of those guys, as well as James Washington at number 11, have a chance to maybe make some noise. Zach Abbey at Navy at 12. One of the top leading rushers in the country. He's doing it from the quarterback position. Jonathan Taylor of Wisconsin continues to be impressive. Baker Mayfield at 9. I'm a little low on him compared to some people. Statistically, he's not quite up there with some of the other quarterbacks. He's got the big win over Ohio State, but he's also got that upset loss to Iowa State. So we'll see. Again, a long ways to go. Here's my preseason pick. I still think everybody on this list has a chance. So again, these rankings don't mean a whole lot. As long as you're on this list, I think you're in good shape. So at 18, Jalen Samuels, NC State, does it all. Runs the football, catches the football, gets touchdowns. Just a very versatile player for NC State. They've got several players. You got Hines there at running back, even the quarterback there as well. They've got some players that have a chance to maybe creep up onto this list besides him. Will Greer, West Virginia, a big game, big comeback win for them. J.T. Barrett of Ohio State, he is really starting to put up the numbers. So he just needs that signature win, and I think he's going to be a very serious contender. Rashad Penny of San Diego State continues to be impressive. Lamar Jackson, even though they lose, he's putting up monster numbers. Saquon Barkley of Penn State leads the country in all-purpose yards. Mason Rudolph, I think he's now number 1 in passing. And then Bryce Love, who continues to be head and shoulders above the rest of the running backs as far as rushing yards goes. So because of the stats, he's still at number 1. But maybe these top 6 right now are looking pretty good, including J.T. Barrett. I've kind of been sleeping on him a little bit, but he is definitely making some strides. And so, again, it's very tough right now to have any separation. I know a lot of people like Saquon Barkley, but what's he going to do against some really good defenses? He's been shut down a lot of games. They've taken him away. And that's not his fault when teams load up the box to stop the run. He's been able to do it in the pass game, the return game. So a very, all-around player. So I think he's still got a good chance. Maybe if I had to pick right now, maybe I would pick him to win it instead of Baker Mayfield, who I picked preseason. Bryce Love continues to stay up there. I don't know if he can continue this all year. I don't know. If he does, he could run away with the Heisman. Mason Rudolph, if Oklahoma State wins out, I think he has a very, very good shot because he's going to have the numbers. So, again, it's just very tough for me to put any separation between these guys. I think from 1 to 16, all 16 of these players have a chance. And what we're going to do the rest of the way is maybe we can start eliminating players. Maybe we can start getting rid of players on this list. I don't really see anybody new coming into this list. They could. We'll see. I mean, there's some guys like, Josh Rosen of UCLA. He's putting up huge numbers, but he's throwing a lot of interceptions. If he cuts down on that, continues to put up the big numbers, maybe he creeps onto this list. Maybe I put a defensive player on here. I know I've seen Minkah Fitzpatrick on some of the other Heisman lists. But a lot of this for me is the stats. You got to have the stats to go along with the just the overall impact for your team and your team's success. That's why I think Lamar Jackson maybe even is a little high there at number 4 because they've now lost 3 games. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But that's it for my Heisman race this week. Again, it is a big jumbled up mess. No separation for me, really, in these players. What do you think? Who's your favorite to win it right now? Go ahead and leave a comment down below. And we'll see if maybe we can get a little bit of separation next week. Maybe we'll have a clear front runner emerge as we move forward. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more here on the SG1 Sports YouTube channel.